What's up, y'all? You may think you're looking at a pond or a stream or something, but nah, it's really a dirty pool. This is an above ground pool, about 15 by 48 or something like that. Anyways, it's almost summertime and it's time to get this bad boy up and running. See, my duck over there is looking like he's doing bad. Anyway, we're gonna get it all right. I call this pool revival part 1. So the first thing we want to do is drain all this nasty water out of the pool. You can see that's what's flowing right here. And how, you might ask? See, what you have before you is what they like to call a submersible sump pump. Say it with me now. Submersible sump pump. And that is what is draining all this nasty water out of the pool. You got to run the hose down a ways, you know, you don't want all that water coming back. So just run that hose out the way. And you can purchase this at Home Depot is where I went. This is what it looks like right here. Sump pump. See the top? Submersible. Make sure you get a submersible if you plan on putting it in the water like this. If it's not submersible, do not put it in the water like that. Pay attention. Make sure your electrical stuff is out of the way. Make sure you got like some type of circuit breaker just in case, so it'll trip that instead of cutting off the breakers at your house. So we're just going to sit here and let this pump do what it does until we get to a lower level, and then we'll move on to the next phase. Pool revival. Let's do this. Sorry, duck. We're going to get you right. Hold up. While the sump pump is doing its thing, let's go ahead and review a few of the items I bought to make this happen. We got your overload guard 4-outlet box. It's kind of a circuit breaker, just in case anything happens. This will cut off before it reaches the outlet at the house. Probably gonna need an extension cord or two somewhere. Make sure you get the right one. Not necessarily saying I'm using the right one, but hey, it is what it is. And hoses, you may need to get some hoses and make sure you get the right fittings that go on your sump pump. These two fittings right here came with this hose, and it's got a hose clamp. I'm only using the hose clamp and the hose right now. These two fittings I'll save for later. Just make sure you got all your stuff in order before you attempt this. And I'm not promoting any of these brands. I'm just saying this is what I picked up and this is what I got doing what it does. So it's working for me. It should work for you. While we wait for the draining process, I'm going to remove all the exterior and interior parts from the pool. It's just a plug. It's just a little drain filter there. We'll remove all these, wash them off real good. Here's the other side of those. See, the hoses are all busted up. I do have replacement hoses. I tried to doctor this one up last year. It didn't work too well, but yeah, we're replacing all that this year. While we continue to drain. So at the start of this mission, I removed the pool cover, and it's been some dirty water sitting right there. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this opportunity to hose this thing down and maybe give it a good scrub and see if I can get some of this nasty stuff off. Probably hose down both sides, wash it off real good. Just have it ready for another summer of usage. So as we continue to drain, we'll make this happen. So welcome back. As you can see, I decided to take the pool apart. So I'm going to show you what I have left here. It's not the whole thing, but it's just a little part of the process. Now, this thing tends to get stuck, so you got to kind of peel it. You pull this one out, slide it on out. Pull this piece off, slide it on out. Same thing with this one. You got to peel it loose because it'll get stuck. Once you got it, slide it on out. Voila. Now we got all our pool torn apart, so I can continue to drain it, and then we'll start the cleaning process and move on to the next piece. See you in a bit. And there you have it. In the blink of an eye, we went from dirty swimming pool to pond. I've removed the entire pool because, as you can see in our pond here, the water settles on one side. What does that mean? That means our ground that our pool sits on is uneven. So even though I hate to do it, I am going to work on leveling out the ground before I put the pool back in, and then I'll do a step-by-step on how to reconstruct the pool and all that. Still got to clean it, by the way. This is the underside, don't worry about that. It's supposed to be dirty, but yeah, the inside is dirty as well, so I will clean that. It's probably gonna be my next move while I let this pond and the earth soak up this water, dry up a bit before I start leveling out the ground. It's gonna be a fun mission. I'm not looking forward to it, but we'll see you when we get to that point. Laters. What's up, y'all? Welcome back. This is about 1 week later. As you can see, we have drained our pool and moved our pool all the way out. We completely tore it down, took down all the sides, and moved the pool completely out of the way. And if you want to see it, there it is in all its glory. So the pool needs a good cleansing. So one of the next missions is going to be to clean this up real nice, get that inside scrubbed and clean, real crystal clean. And the second move is going to be to re-level the ground here where the pool sits, because it's a little uneven. Once we get it leveled out and cleaned, we'll begin to set it all up. Oh yeah, and last time you came, it was a jungle out here, but guess what? We got that lawnmower back up, so yeah, follow along as we get the summer going. All right, y'all, welcome to ground leveling, backyard ground leveling, that is, 101. When you gotta work with the basic essentials, make it happen. Here, what we got here is it's called a 4x4 by 10, which is actually 3.5 by 3.5 by 10 piece of wood right here. And I've put a hook on the end right there, which I'll attach a rope to later. And then I've measured this out, and I found the middle of my circle here, which is my pool is 15 feet, so we're gonna go 7.5 on that. And what I've done is I've drilled a hole at 7.5 feet with the 1/2 inch drill bit, and I'm gonna hammer that rebar through the hole, dead in the center of this big circle. And once we're done, I'm gonna lock it down with those vice grips right there, attach my rope on the end of that, and then we're just gonna pull around and around and around and around. Now I already know that this side is higher than this side. I know that for a fact. I've had this pool up for a couple years now, and that's always been a pet peeve. So my mission is to level that out. So my focus is going to be more on this side. I might add some bricks to the wood to make it heavier, so I can cut into the earth a bit and knock some of that down. I might pull out a pick and a hoe and a couple other instruments, yard work instruments, tools, to knock that down a bit. But yeah, the goal is to smooth that out. A nice 15-foot smooth level surface before I lay down a new tarp, clean my pool, and set it all up. So let's get back to work. Let's fast forward about 1,000,000 spins around the old block here. You can see the circle shape is taking form. Hasn't been easy getting my steps in for sure. As you can see, I've added bricks to the ends of this 4x4, 4x10, whatever it is. Just to add some weight and help cut into the earth a little more. Hopefully get our ground level as can be before we set up the pool. But yeah, This is what it is. Walk around. Go the other way. It never ends. Hopefully, it should be all worth it in the end. Swimming pool vibes coming soon. So as you can see, the mission continues. So trying to work out some high and low spots. I'm gonna add some sand to the mix. I got a few bags of sand laying around, so I'm gonna put them to use. Try to fill up some of these low spots and level out this ground as best as I could. Or can, I should say. Before we set this pool up. I want it to sit as even as possible. So, I had a couple bags of sand and then keep doing my walk-arounds. See if that levels out a little better. If not, I might add some more sand. And pray for a miracle. But yeah, moving right along. Lots of turns, lots of steps. Get my steps in today for cheesy. Anyways, I'll check back in here in a while. Alright, enough is enough for tonight. Calling it. I might hit it up a little more tomorrow, but I spent the majority of my day playing with this thing. It's not 100% where I want it, but I think we're doing a lot better than what we were. I'm gonna hit it up some more tomorrow, but calling it a wrap tonight. See if I can walk tomorrow. Later, y'all. Lights out. It's a new day. Welcome back. The mission for today is clean the pool. So we're going to take our hose and some soap and a good brush of some sort. Broom, brush, whatever we got, and we're going to clean this thing real good. Make it like brand new. Want a clean pool before we set up. And we're going to work on that a little bit more over there. Clean pool, ground level. Ground level, clean pool. Once both of those are satisfactory complete, we'll set up shop. So up y'all, for today's mission, we cleaned the inside of the pool. That's the outside you're looking at. The inside has been cleaned, scrubbed with brush, dish soap, lots of water. I laid it on this tarp. The inside is clean though. We continue to work on our ground leveling. I made the hole a little bit bigger, so it's about 16 feet. Still got work to do there, but making progress. Oh, and the tools of the trade will be in the next clip. There it is. You see that? That's what it is. The brush, the hose, some dish soap, and some elbow grease. That's what we use to clean that up. Just FYI. Hey y'all, guess what? This is day 4, maybe day 5. Who knows? I done lost track. Anyway, I just came back from Lowe's, picked me up some topsoil. I'm gonna go ahead and spread this around my site here, site of the pool, so I can level out some ground. I got a low spot in this area that's killing me. Then I extended my area out a little bit, so I created a low spot at the end there. So I'm gonna fill that in, and then I'm just gonna add some topsoil all over the sand and dirt that was already there. We'll remove a couple of branches that are getting in the way. But yeah, that's where we're at. Hopefully we'll be setting up shop soon. The weather allows and the leveling, this last phase of leveling goes well. We'll be setting up shop and swimming in no time. So that's what it is. See y'all next time. Here's a quick look. See, I spread it around kind of evenly, kind of not, but I'll use a rake to spread it around a little more evenly. Got my tools of the trade up there. I'll spread that around, and then I'll do my around the world technique to flatten it out and see how we end up. So here we are, a million rounds later. We done went round and round and round and round and back again, all directions. Got about as level as we gonna get it. So Next up, I'm gonna take my rope and this big board and my vice grips over there and that rebar out the center, move all that out the way, and then I'm gonna put this 15 by 15 foot tarp right in the middle. Try to line it up so when I put my pool on top of it, it'll be dead center. But we'll see how that works out. But let's move on to bigger and better things. Get this pool going, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so this is what the next step looked like. We got rid of our board, our bricks, our rope, our rebar. Laid down this 15 by 15 tarp right in the middle. Got it held down by bricks in the corners at the moment. I just want it to sit there, try not to get no debris or trash on top. And then I'm going to build the top portion of the pool. Build that all the way around the top part of the pool. And then once we got that complete, we'll transport the whole pool with the top circle over here, position it, and then we'll put the legs on and everything. Once we got it up, it's time to start filling. Stay tuned. Okay, so you may be asking yourself, so how do you build the top ring of the pool? Well, let me show you, man. Check it out. I'm gonna try to do this while holding the phone and recording at the same time, but you got a whole bunch of these, not to be confused with the legs, because on the legs you have to put a little attachment on the bottom. However, you got a whole bunch of these, you got a whole bunch of these, and you got a whole bunch of these. So what you want to do is, top side of your pool, you got these little flaps, and the flap got a hole in it. So what you're gonna do, you're gonna take your thing here, slide it in the hole, slide it all the way through, and then you see you got that half and that half. So now what you want to do is grab this little piece right here, attach it to the end, one-handed, maybe. Okay, we got it. Make sure your hole is lined. Alright, you see that? Got it nice and lined. You take your pin, push it on through, straight down so it goes through both holes. See? All the way through. Now you can do the same on this side. Sorry about that. You can do the same here. Sure your holes aligned. Get one of your little pins. Pop it through. Sure it goes straight through. If you're at an angle, it's not going to go straight through. Anyhow, boom. Okay, we got it. See that? Now, so you got one section through, and then you just go on with the next section. Next section, next hole. Open it up. So you got these flaps all the way around. Struggling. One hand operation is not fun. Yeah, got that through. Slide it on through. Get this turned around. Sorry about the bad camera views. This is not easy one-handed. Sometimes it's not easy two-handed, but you know what I'm saying. Put that thing in there, get it aligned like so. Get your next pin, Pop it in. Make sure you pop it in straight, or it will not go in. And we got it. Boom, boom. See? So that's what you do. I've actually been doing it. So once you get to the end, it's going to be a lot. It's going to be hard to do. Definitely need two hands, but let's go all the way around, building that up. And then once you get it all built all the way around, you will have the top ring of your pool built. And then we can transport it to where it's going to go. As you can see, we done built our ring around the pool all the way around. And then we dragged the pool over here to our spot and kind of try to lay it down level, kind of centered in our circle. A little space all the way around the outside, covering most of the tarp except for all the edges. Looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. So what I'm going to do next is start putting the legs on. And the legs, they will go, obviously. We'll have to lift this up high. Jam a leg up in there. It's usually good to put something on the ground, like a little piece of wood or something, so the bottom part of the leg can sit on. Give you a good firm place for that leg to rest. But yeah, that's the next step. So we're gonna put these legs up. I'm probably gonna do like one on this side, one on the opposite side, kind of crisscross pattern, and eventually get this pull up off the ground. Watch me work. Watch me work. Oh, and before you watch me work, here's the leg right here. Just slides up in that top piece. And then this is the bottom of it. So, it's gonna go like so. Get it, got it, good. Important footnote for y'all. I put 4 legs up, kind of one on each corner, you could say, I guess. But when I start putting the rest of these legs, see that band? It's kind of laying there around the pool. That little band goes all the way around. You want to make sure that your legs are inside of the band. So when you put your leg in, you want to make sure it's inside this band. I just put these up right now just to get the pool up off the ground. As you can see, it's coming right along. But yeah, very important. Make sure you put your legs inside the band. And I know what you're thinking, but those are outside of the band. Don't worry about that. I'm gonna put them in when I get to that point. I just wanted to get it off the ground. So you see what I'm saying? Yes, no, maybe so. One last footnote. See the bottom of your leg here? It's got about that almost oblong shape, and then this side's more flat. You always want your oblong shape on the outside. So you want it like this, not like that. Circle on the back. And then, like I said before, legs in the straps. Legs in the straps. And we'll find the missing leg right here. So, legs in the strap. Bigger side out. Put it in, pop it down. Alright. So we got all our legs in. Pulls up, standing. Just need some water. Now, we still have plenty of work to do. Because we want to put a little board under each of these feet all the way around to support it. Give it a little more support than it just standing on the dirt like that. Just sink in a lot easier. So I have some pre-cut little boards. Might have to pre-cut a few more. And then as you can see, I lined up my, this is where my hoses will go. Connect to my pump. And this is the return. So yeah, all my pump and stuff will be somewhere around here. 2 hoses coming out into the pump, filter through, go back into the pool right there. And there's also a drain on this pool. Don't work too well because I've used it before, but somewhere down here there is a little drain somewhere. We're not gonna worry about that though. We got sump pump for that action. Anyways, starting to look like a pool though. It's coming together nicely. Just hoping it sits nice. I had the feeling it's gonna be low on one side like it was before, but it is what it is. I ain't gonna mess with the ground no more. Next thing is to fill it up. When we fill it up, we gotta get in the actual pool, turn the water on, let the water hose go, and as it starts to fill the bottom, I'll be kicking out the edges. We're walking, trying to smooth out the middle, smooth out those wrinkles. We don't want those wrinkles because once it gets too full, you won't be able to smooth out the wrinkles, so they'll be there in the bottom. So yeah, that's always fun trying to get that going, get that right. But that'll be the next mission. And once the bottom is straightened out, then we just let it fill. So yeah, we need to put something down there for our legs and then get the water going. But I'm running out of daylight, so that's gonna be a wrap for the night. Until the next episode. Deuces. Alright, y'all. The next move is now. Now we start filling the water up. So I got the hose in here, I got this broom in here. Cleaned everything up real good. We're gonna start putting water in, and I'm gonna have to kick the outside of the pool a little bit as the water starts to develop. Get rid of these wrinkles. Because if we don't get those wrinkles ironed out before the pool gets too full, and it really don't have to be that full, then those wrinkles are going to stay there the whole time. So we want to get them wrinkles out as good as we can anyway while we start filling this pool up. I'm going to use that broom to help somehow, some way. And I'll remove leaves and debris as I begin to fill. Watch me now. Now that our pool is getting its fill on, what we're going to do next, before too much water gets in there and it gets too heavy, is we're going to put something underneath all the legs to support it, give it better support so those legs don't sink to the ground. And what we have here is some pre-cut little rectangles I cut out a couple years ago. They're kind of worn out and beat up, but it's all good. They're supposed to get worn out and beat up. So we got 15 of these and we got 15 legs. So we're going to do a circle around the pool and put one of these under each leg. And as the pool begins to fill, it'll push out those legs. So we might have to adjust them every so often. But yeah, that's where we're at. Come on, pool, fill up. All right, y'all, here's what we did. See that? See that? You 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 see that? And so on and so forth. Now as the pool begins to fill up, once again, like I said, it's going to bulge out, so it's going to push these legs out. So you have to keep an eye on these. And then also keep an eye on the edges here of the wood. Try to keep the leg as close to this edge. That way when the pool bulges out, it doesn't really rest on this. Could puncture the pool. It's a lot of weight, a lot of water. So try to keep that off the pool, or at least a little gap between the pool and this. And that's once it fills up, of course, because right now we're far from that point. but it's on the way. Keep an eye on those. While we patiently wait on this pool to fill up, we can start setting up the pump and all the components. These are little strainers for the pump to make sure no large particles go in there. And then this is the, I guess you could say, the strainer to pump the water back in the pool. So we can put these on right now. It's pretty simple. Just get this. And this is going to be the far left side. Obviously there's a hole on the inside. Put it all the way through. And you get this. Put it over that. Put it over like so. And once you got it connected nice and where you want it, you'll twist this little thing right here and tighten that right on up. And then pretty much the same thing with these. This will be the middle hole. Get that going. Jam it all up in there. Get it all up in there. Same with this one. On the far right hole. Bam. We got B. You got nothing. And you got return. So, yeah, these two lines right here, hoses will feed into your pump, and then the other line will feed back into there, back into your pool. Keep your pool clean and blue and looking good, crystal clear. If you put the right chemical and everything in it, that is, and take care of it often, that is. My, would you look at that? Looks like the Amazon fairy dropped me off some goodies. Let's see what we have here. Hoses for the pool filter. I like it. More hoses for the pool filter. I like it. Couple more hoses. This one's a little bent, but I can work with it. There's a lot of hoses there. Ah, look what we have here. We have a brand new pool filter pump. I like it. And looking through the inside, I can see a brand new filters in there. So, and look, we got all these goodies too. Oh, how cool. It's going to be a fun summer. A wet one anyway. So here we are. We got our super clean filter pump. After reviewing the user manual for a quick second, I learned that the higher side of the two, so you get your high side on the right, low side on the left. High side is inlet, low side is outlet. So the inlet is going to be coming from those two spots right there. We'll connect two hoses coming out there. Then we'll use this nifty little Y right here to connect those two hoses coming out there. And then we'll have one hose coming from the bottom to the inlet. You got your nice filter right here. And that seal that I just knocked out of there, make sure you don't lose that and keep it clean. Here's your filter, brand new. Stock up on these. I'm not sure what size this is, but it's always wise to have some backups. And then you got your filter nets here. These are brand new. I had just put the old ones that I had from last year on there, so I'll change these out. Put the new, smaller, sleek design ones on there to catch all the yucky stuff before it comes into the filter. But yeah, that's the filter right there. You put that on top. Screw your lid on nice and tight. Make sure it's on right. You know, once you're ready, this little thing will come into play later on. A little breather hole. For now, you can just leave it as it is. So anyway, I'm gonna take all these hoses. Got a bunch of clamps. All this new filter stuff, and I'm gonna put it on the pool while I still got a little daylight. as the pool continues to fill. We got a long way to go. Well, darkness falls upon us, but either way, I got my hoses connected. These are my inlets to the pump. Got my Y right there. Bring it right into the pump. There's my outlet. Filtered water goes back into the pool. Got all that connected. I ain't even gonna lie, I tried to put these new filter strainers on that came with the new pump, but they're whacked. So I had to take them off and go back with my old faithful ones that I had. So yeah, I try to force them on, but rule of thumb, if it doesn't go on easily, it probably ain't gonna work out, so I had to force them off too. But yeah, these will be like a backup if I ever need them. The hoses that came with it are kind of whack too, but hopefully that ain't saying the same about the pump itself. But we'll see. I'm gonna let this fill up for a few hours and then I'll cut it off and continue tomorrow when we have some daylight. Peace. So guess what? Not only did I wait overnight to finish this job off, I've waited a whole year plus to finish this video. Yeah, that was last year. This is this year. We did another pool cleanup this year. We kept it simple. We did not do the floor, or the ground leveling, I should say. But yeah, cleaned up the pool about the same way, tore it down, scrubbed it real good, put it back up, replaced some hoses, you know, all that good stuff. But here we are, sunshine and good times. That's what it is, end result. Until the next time, peace.